YouTube. It's the black pieces for today. Playing somebody from India, I believe. And we're going to just go in for a CaroKann. I mean, I've been really overthinking my openings recently. And when you're overthinking your openings, just go back to your roots. Go to what you know. And I know the CaroKann relatively well. I would have preferred to have gone into an advanced variation, because I absolutely adore playing against the advance. But the exchange is fine. And guys, if I sound a little bit congested / nasally, it's because I am. Okay, I'm in absolute hell right now, battling some absolute demons with this illness, but what can you do? Let's go for bishop f5 on the nice juicy open diagonal. Apparently a symptom of my illness that I can't draw arrows. I mean, what is that? What is that? I was meant to draw here, but that's okay. I think the move h3 is potentially preparing for g4. If it is, you're kind of insane, which sort of submits yourself to the idea of long castling, which I'm not overly sure you want to be doing that. I'm actually just going to go ahead and play e6, opening up my dark squared bishop. If you do play g4, I would just slide on back. Okay, so they put their bishop here. I'm feeling like a bit of queen b6 initially. Just sort of targeting this pawn at some stage could potentially be an idea. I'm not overly sure though, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe it could just be a case of developing my dark squared bishop. I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and play bishop. That's clearly a queen. I need to go back to bed clearly. But I got my daily tea. That'll help keep me going. Do we take back with the queen or the b pawn? I'm thinking the b pawn. Still putting pressure on this pawn here. Okay, well, not anymore. It's a shame we can't just sack our bishop, because after they take back, obviously the queen and knight defend this rook, so that clearly doesn't work. I'm thinking about just playing bishop to e7, in all honesty. I think bishop e7 looks fine. Look to get short castled. Okay, they're looking to infiltrate. We have this check, and then the knight obviously just has to go back. So let's go ahead and play this. Obviously, if the knight doesn't go back, well then you lose your knight. So knight has to go back here clearly, which it does. And I think we just get short castled. Let's get some king safety in our CaroKann. Okay, it's like the last missing piece. And then I feel like we kind of need to drop our queen back. I'm thinking c7. Just out of danger from any sort of discovered attacks. That wouldn't work anyway, because my queen could take back, of course, but you guys get the idea, right? Right. Now I'm not really sure what to play. I kind of like knight d7, just preparing either of these pawn moves. I think it makes a lot of sense. At first glance, it's just tricky though, because you always have to think, what does my opponent want to do? My opponent has only used 50 seconds of time in 14 moves of play, so they're playing very, very quickly, so clearly this is a position they feel very comfortable in. A move like knight d7, it does, it asks my opponent a lot of questions. Like, am I going to push my e-pawn, my c-pawn? How are they preparing for this? Like, their expansion looks like they want to play like b4 and just push the pawns on the queen side, just explode open that side. Get short castle, get the rooks over to the queen side. So I think this move knight d7 actually is quite strong. Though I am sure you guys are commenting moves down below that are just infinitely better, and I've just missed a really wonderful looking tactic. Rook e8 also prepares this move e5 when this bishop gets out of the way. So that looks pretty good, I feel like. Let's just go ahead and play rook e8. My opponent is just so much quicker than me. I imagine they'll play rook e1. It looks very natural. It would also be great for them if they could get like a knight situated on one of these two squares. They obviously can here. But then the bishop's going to just come over, or the knight will just take. So if I go here, we get takes. Yeah, and then I cannot take back. So let's go ahead and move our bishop here, preparing this move e5. Just looking to rip open the centre, in all honesty. Okay, so they block the path of their rook. I'm not overly sure what this move does, because this bishop is currently on a diagonal that's blocked. You've just blocked your rook from seeing this e5 square. It's not like you've opened your queen up on a nice open file. I'm not overly sure. Do I play e5 now? and just get into these trades? I think we probably can, because afterwards we'll have our bishop and queen lined up nicely on this diagonal. Not that that really does a single thing for us, but it's just nice to think about, really, isn't it? It's just nice to think about. Okay, so material is all still equal. We do have the bishop pair though, which at a higher level is like quite an important factor, but for me it literally doesn't matter. But it looks very natural to play like rook d8 now. Rook d8, I know, well, it's not actually hanging, but we are weakening this pawn. I don't actually think it overly matters. Like, the queen currently defends, so there's nothing to worry about just yet. And I clearly just want to play d4. Like, that's got to be the play here. d4 looks so good, I think. It's a real shame my my queen and bishop aren't just swapped around. It's a real shame. I'm not seeing a move, in all honesty. I just don't know how this game doesn't end in a draw. Like, where is my advantage going to come from in this position? I just don't see it. Unless I could sort of get double stacked. That would be pretty good, actually. Maybe that's an idea. Get double stacked and then look to play this check. And then, like, take with check. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's something in getting double stacked. Maybe. Computer probably hates it, but I hate the computer, so we're all equal there. Also, I put far too much sugar in my tea. Basically, right, my analytics on YouTube show that basically no one from England watches my video. It's just America and the USA. So, oh my god, can we sack our bishop here? Here. Check. No, let's get double stacked first. Oh, I don't know. This pawn is hanging. Basically, I need to finish my story first. Yeah, so nobody from England really watched my video. So if you want to know how to make a tea, right? Tea bag, hot water, literally a splash of milk. I put too much milk in this morning, so I thought, right, the tea's already compromised. Let's just ruin it as much as possible. So I lathered it in sugar, and it is so sweet and disgusting now. It tastes like a sugary crepe. If I go here, do they not then just have this? And it's looking a bit scary. No, I don't think you do, actually, because it blocks my light square bishop in, but then I don't know. I'm going to just double stack. That was my plan. Let's go ahead and stick to the plan, people. And then maybe look to take. Whoa! Hello there, sir. Hello there. Right, okay, so takes... And if you take, you lose your queen. So takes, you take the rook, I imagine. And then I'd have to take back. Yes, no, I don't like the idea of taking that. Could just drop back, because I do kind of want to maintain presence on this diagonal. And if we get into this trade, that's fine. Though if they... Yeah, no. Yeah, no. No. If they take, I think I take here. I think. If they take my bishop, I take their rook. If they take my rook, I take their bishop. I think we're actually just in a great spot. Yeah, now I take their bishop with check, and we're just completely winning now. Like, completely winning. Surely. I don't see how we're not completely winning here. After I take back this rook. But it's like, how do I want to take this rook back? Probably with my rook, right? That probably makes the most sense. Does it? I don't know, though. I'm not overly sure. I'm going to take back my rook. I'm just going to stop overthinking, because I'm wasting so much time. I don't have the time to be messing with here. Don't have the time. I also wonder if there's ideas of putting this here. Putting my queen here looks really quite good, actually. Because then I could probably sack here, you take, and then have this discovered check. Or like a double check here. Looks pretty good. I quite like the idea of queen to d7. We're just going to go for it. I don't think we're blundering anything too drastic. And then I'm going to take. Okay, do we have mate is the question. So takes. I'm going to assume you take back. This is a double check. So you'd have to go back to G2. And then I'd have Queen H3, which cuts off all of these squares. These squares are already cut off, so King has to go here. But I'm not seeing a mate, in all honesty. So here, here, and then just win the Queen, right? Let's go ahead and just take. If you take, I'll play here, looking to win your Queen. It's an interesting line we've calculated. Whether it works or not, I have no idea. Oh no, because you're hitting my bishop, which then hits this. Oh my god, you didn't take anyway. Coward. Absolute coward. Okay, well, I'm going to lift to protect my bishop, or double stack. Let's go ahead and... I don't know, it's double stack. Because I want to reinforce my bishop. I want to swing my rook over to h6. What does my opponent even play here? I mean, you're so boxed in. I mean, full respect to them for not just resigning. Right, let's go back, because it's important to keep this bishop here, I think. And then, yeah, we have, like... Okay, let's play this. And then is this mate? I think this might be mate. I think bishop f1 is mate. It's got to be mate, right? Because this is all blocked off. The rook blocks this square, and then the bishop blocks this square. Can't take this because this is check. Yeah, I think bishop f1 is actually mate. And how on earth are you stopping this? I'm very nervous to go into game review and see just how badly we've played. Because it feels like it's been an okay game, but it could just be a case of we've blundered so many things away and our opponent just never found any of it. This is mate, right? The king can't move here because this check. King can't move here because the bishop will be here, and you can't move here because of this bishop. I'm not seeing how that's not mate. Oh, right, because you can block. Well, that was stupid. But then I just have something, surely. Must have something here. I don't think I do. Oh, man. Well, that's very annoying, actually. That's very annoying. Yeah, because I don't even have this, because then you take, and I can't go here. Oh, man, what have I done? What have I done, guys? Let's hit the queen here, then. And then threaten this. Because then that would be mate, because the rook pins the knight to the king. You cannot go here. Is your only move to play here now? Is that your only move? Or am I just really overthinking life? That's mate, right? Oh my god, the queen can block. Why are there so many pieces that are just able to block? This is driving me insane. This is actually driving me insane. So... yeah, that's your only move there. Yeah, so this is mate, right? This is mate. Or am I going insane? Knight can't move. King can't move. Yeah, this is mate. Okay, thank God, because I'm getting like... oh my god, now the knight can block. Why is everything able to block every time? This is too much for me. This is mate, right? Oh my god, finally. Jesus, good game to my opponent. Let's jump into a game review now, guys. Okay, guys, so... we didn't have any blunders or mistakes, but we did have a few misses. So we go into a Caro-Kann exchange variation. This is all very normal, developing the knights. Bishop on a nice open diagonal, e6. Queen to b6, just basically threatening the b2 pawn after you take my knight. Rook goes over, though. Here comes the bishop. I give this check, so knight has to go back. We get short castled, and now basically we're completely... I say we're completely winning. At this level, I'm not completely winning. At a super GM level, they convert this position, okay? With enough time on the board. Obviously, this is a rapid game, so it's not always that simple with just a +1 advantage. This is why you never resign, guys. Bishop f6 inaccuracy. It wanted c5. I hate playing c5 in these lines because I always play it at the wrong time, and I always lose all my advantage when I evaluate the games back. Like, I was looking at c5, Basically, I'll just show you guys. If they were to take, I get my bishop to a nice open diagonal, weakening the king. It actually wants me to take with the queen, but I wouldn't have done that. This is what I would have gone into. And yeah, the engine always hates me when I get into those lines, hence why I didn't play it. Yeah, now we get knight a2, which I did think was a really weird move. And it actually just wants c5 right away, just to take more space. Let's say we played c5. Find an opponent, find a move for white. I mean, it just feels like they're absolutely stuck. I mean, like, I don't know, can you play like b4, just trying to rip everything open? What would the engine have thought of b4? Doesn't like it at all. Doesn't like it in the slightest, just because of this. If you go here, just wants c4. I'm just taking so much space. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So knight a2, not very liked. I just centralised my rook. Engine hates me for it. Rook. I couldn't find a move. It was so tricky. The engine here wants this move queen a5, hitting the bishop, hitting the rook. And then I guess the idea is to prepare c5 as well at some stage, with your queen on a more favourable square. But who am I, God? I mean, I just play rook e6, looking to double stack. We get g3. Oh my God, I could actually have sacked. So I was calculating all of this. I was calculating both these bishop moves. But this is actually a move, because if you take, there's mate in 5. Oh my goodness. Wow. You go back to g3, king h1. Then what was it want? Oh, obviously rook h6, block with a queen, and then take, and that's mate. Wow. That I, of course, did not find after g3. Is this a bad move? Oh, wow, it is, because this move queen h5. Wow, okay. And then my bishop, no matter where it goes, I'm losing it. Okay, so I wasn't actually worried about that. I was more worried about this. I didn't even see queen h5. What would it want here? What on earth? Oh, just bishop h2. King h1. And then just to take. No, it doesn't even want you to take right away. It just wants queen f4. These lines are just like ridiculously insane. But I go ahead and get double stacked, and then they play f4. I could actually have taken on f4. I didn't like the idea of taking on f4, because I thought after they take here, I obviously would have to take, otherwise I'd be like hanging back rank mate. And then I presume they'd take. But apparently here, despite the fact I'm down material, I mean, look at their king. I guess, of course, I'm winning. Look at their king. Like, what the hell are they even meant to do? But I get double stacked. Just drop my bishop back. And then take the bishop. That's important. That is very, very important, because it's with a check. Obviously, it looks like I'm hanging back rank mate, but they're in checks. They have to move the king, and then I take the rook. I think my opponent missed that it was a check. Here I have this move queen to e7. Oh, wow, okay. So my idea was an interesting one, of taking here. King just went back. I do actually want to explore this line of takes. Does it want rook here? Kind of. It does prefer rook e1 and rook e2. Oh, wow, yeah, rook e2 just cuts the king off completely. But I was looking at, like, this, check, you going here, and then I got stuck here with, like, what on earth am I playing now? But I guess rook g6 just makes complete sense. But then rook g6, queen over. Like, what am I actually doing here? Oh, give this check. Okay, oh my God, where does the king go? King goes to g2, take, and then if you go to h1, it's obviously just mate in 2. And if you go to f1, what are we looking at here then? Don't actually have a clue. I mean, I'm just winning everything, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but this is just ridiculous, these lines we're getting into. They go ahead and drop the king back. What do we get here? This check's great. You block. What am I meant to play here? Queen e4. I missed queen e4. How on earth have I missed queen e4? Oh my goodness, how on earth have I missed that? That's okay, though. We get into this. Bishop here. Oh, again, queen e4. They block, I take, give this check. I thought it was mate, but the knight can move. And then this is, in fact, checkmate. Wow. So loads of misses. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, a comment, a subscription. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.